Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thanks again for joining me today. I'm Kayla Nicole 999. This is 90 Days to Recovery After Narcissistic Abuse. I am still playing catch up, but I changed out of my robe into some sweats because I had to take my doggy outside to potty. Still haven't taken a shower yet, but we're working our way towards that. You know, we're gonna finish cooking, gonna finish these video segments, and then I will shower and get ready for the day because then I have to go to work. So, this is going to be the video for day 16, which would have been for Sunday, November 29th, 2020. And right now we are going to talk about why you need to stop saying, I can't. How often in a day do you say, I can't? And are you really saying that you can't physically do something? Like, can you not take somebody to softball practice because you have to work late? That is one instance where it's okay to say the words, I can't. But are you saying, I can't get through this day? Because if you're saying I can't get through this day, you're lying to yourself. Because how many times do you say you can't get through this day? And how often do you get through the day? I mean, if you didn't get through the day, then you wouldn't be alive and you wouldn't be watching this video right now. So obviously, you can make it through the day, okay? I can't tell you how many times I used to use the excuse, I can't. I can't is nothing more than an excuse. And you need to stop giving yourself that excuse because the reality is you can, but you just don't want to for whatever reason. It's time to get real with yourself. You know, I hear people say I can't all the time, and it's a fucking lie. You can, but it's gonna take a lot of hard work, and you just don't wanna put in the time and effort and hard work because some of that hard work can be painful and you don't wanna deal with the pain. So you tell yourself that you can't to justify the fact that you're not doing what you need to be doing. Okay? See this right hand? I don't know if you can see the scar, but I have a scar right there. So when I was moving back in 2014, I was stupid. And I was removing a mirror that was not in a frame off of my wall. And I told myself I should get gloves, but I didn't have gloves. So I chose not to get gloves and I continued removing this mirror and it broke. And a piece of it fell on my hand and it sliced my fucking hand open. And the movers were there. And they were asking me if I needed a Band-Aid. And I'm looking at my finger that's hanging down like this, that I can't move. And I said, I need to get over to the hospital. Band-Aid's not going to help. So thankfully this apartment was right across the street from an actual hospital. So we were able to walk me over to the hospital. They gave me some painkillers. They stitched me up, but I lacerated a tendon and I had to go in for surgery. And so I went in for surgery and I was in this cast for 8 weeks and it was my right hand. It was my dominant hand, you guys. Okay, so I'm sitting there thinking about all the things that I can't do. At the time, I had a manual transmission car. And that was one time where it was okay to say, I can't. I could not shift gears with my hand in a cast, okay? So I wasn't able to drive myself anywhere. I literally had to have people drive me places because I physically could not drive. However, I could have said I can't use my left hand to do things, but I chose not to say that. You know, I wasn't going to sit around and not work. At the time I was working in a call center and I couldn't type. So I did have to take a leave of absence from work. But I chose to go out and get like art supplies, you know. I chose to start coloring with my left hand to keep myself entertained. I chose to attempt, I don't know how to paint. I've hardly ever painted anything. I have taken one of those sipping and painting classes, which I highly encourage you to do because they are a lot of fun and you can actually paint much better than you realize you can with instructions. Is it gonna be artist level? Absolutely not. But again, are you a pro when you first start doing something? No. But anyway, I was trying to paint. I was trying to do as much as I possibly could with my left hand because I didn't want to stay stuck in that I can't mindset. Now, fast forward 8 weeks later, I get my cast off and I'm going to physical therapy. And she's wanting me to do these exercises. And guys, if you haven't had to do physical therapy, like you are wanting to cuss at your physical therapist, you are wanting to tell them to go fuck themselves. Not that they're a bad person, it's just they are putting you in a ton of fucking pain, okay? You know, and I kept telling her, I can't. And she was giving me these exercises to do at home, but I was choosing not to do the exercises at home, and I kept telling myself, I can't, it hurts too much. Did it hurt? Abso-fucking-lutely, it hurt like hell. But was my reality that I couldn't? No, that was just an excuse that I was making for myself. I totally could. Now, so it got to the point where I actually wasn't able to make a full fist. Like, you know, I was able to get like that, but I couldn't get like this. Well, guess what, guys? Look at my fist. Look at them. I can make a full fucking fist. Was it because I did those exercises that my physical therapist had me to do? Fuck no. You know what actually ended up happening? I started physically writing with paper and pen. And that movement of writing and putting the pen down and writing and putting the pen down, that was an exercise that I could do without hating myself. And I didn't realize that I was exercising, and I didn't realize how better my hand was getting. So it's really not about saying that you can't. It's really about finding those little steps that you can do. I could have started with those exercises, but I hated those exercises. I do suggest that you do your exercises. It's better to start small and move your way forward, okay? So let's talk about my mom, for instance. So she was in a accident, and she severely smashed her hand and had to have all kinds of reconstructive surgery. Well, when I was telling her that I was writing with my left hand, or with my right hand, and that's what actually made me better, she said the words to me, well, I can't do that because it was my left hand, and I can't write with my left hand. And I didn't say anything to her because I knew if I said something to her, it was going to start a fight, and I was not trying to start a fight because I try to avoid starting a fight with somebody who always has to be right. But I was thinking to myself, it's not that you can't. You totally could have taught yourself to write with your left hand. You could have pushed yourself to do that. There's so much more that she could have done with her left hand had she chosen to do it. But instead, she was making those excuses of I can't in her head. And so she never got full use back of her hand. I mean, she can use it for the most part, but she could have made a lot more progress. Maybe she even could still make progress. I don't know. You know, there's a lot of scar tissue and everything in there, if she had just chosen to. So what is it you're telling yourself that you can't do? Stop using the phrase, I can't. Start telling yourself, I can't. I don't care if you only do it for 5 freaking seconds. Do it for 5 seconds, for 5 days. And then on the 6th day, do it for 6 seconds. Okay? You know, we tell ourselves that we can't lose weight because we can't exercise because it's too hard. Do you know how many times I have gained weight and lost it all because I exercise? Yeah, it sucks when you first start doing it. And yeah, I tell myself, oh, I can't make it through this workout. But the reality is you can. And you know what? If you're pushing yourself too hard, you're probably not going to make it through the workout. So you need to start small, you know? Start exercising for 5 minutes a day if that's all you can do. Just do 5 minutes and do that for 5 days. And then the next week, move it up to 10 minutes. If you can move it up to 10 minutes. If you can only move it up to 6 minutes, then accept that's where you're at and move it up to 6 minutes. But stop beating yourself up and stop saying you can't unless you actually physically cannot do something. I want you to start telling yourself, I can. Okay, I'm gonna end that video here. Your homework is to catch yourself when you are telling yourself, I can't, and to change it into I can, and to start making small steps to trying to do something, even if it's only for 30 seconds at first. Okay, it takes 21 days to build a habit. The more you do something, the more you're gonna be able to do it. The more you do something, the more you're gonna be able to build up your stamina, and the longer you're gonna be able to do it. All right, guys, thank you again so much for joining me. If you like this video, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, please be sure to give me a thumbs down. Tell me what you liked, what you didn't like in the comments. Tell me about times that you told yourself you can't, or I can't, but you proved yourself wrong and you fucking did it anyway, because I know that there's times that you've done it. I want you to start remembering those times. And if you just want to chat with me, you know, about whatever is going on that involves I can't, then please be sure to drop me a comment. I'm going to find some videos to link to, but I don't know what they're going to be yet, so I guess it will be a surprise. And as always, if you want to stay connected with me, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. That way you can be notified every time I release a new video. And until the next time, which will be in a few minutes, but it will probably take me all day or 2 days to get these videos uploaded. Anyway, guys, I will see you again real soon. Bye-bye.